And let's go to the southern border now, because we are 3 days into a new era of immigration policy here in the U.S. Right now, Title VIII, an immigration law that's been around for decades now, is being heavily relied upon. Under it, migrants can once again apply for legal pathways to enter the country, but it can lead to deportation. And unlike Title 42, those removed are usually banned from entering the U.S. for 5 years and will be prosecuted if they try to enter again during that time. Well, so far, the lifting of Title 42 has brought fewer migrants than expected to border communities. You're actually looking at video from last week versus today. But concerns still remain about overcrowded processing centers. NewsNation's Jorge Ventura has been live for us in El Paso for more than a week, and he joins us now. Jorge, what's happening there tonight?
Natasha, I'm right outside the Sacred Heart Church in El Paso, where earlier this week, over 2,000 migrants were sleeping in this alley and on the sidewalks here on cardboard boxes and in camping tents. But as you can clearly see, just a couple hundred are here now. And this comes as the city of El Paso was bracing for the lifting of Title 42. But so far, border communities are not seeing that massive surge of migrants that many predicted. Federal and state officials expected a massive surge of migrants crossing into the country after the lifting of the COVID-era border policy known as Title 42. In Texas, officials anticipated up to 13,000 illegal crossings per day, but the exact opposite has happened. Illegal crossings are plummeting since the restriction's expiration. In the days leading up to Title 42 lifting, the southern border has seen apprehension numbers spike past 10,000 for 3 straight days. CBP sources tell NewsNation agents apprehended roughly 6,300 migrants on Friday, the first day after the pandemic plan was removed. Saturday, agents apprehended 4,300 migrants, a significant drop compared to earlier in the week. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas spoke to why apprehension numbers are down.
There is a safe, lawful, and orderly way to reach the United States and seek humanitarian relief, and that is through the lawful pathways that we have expanded under President Biden's leadership.
Migrants now face tougher limitations for crossing illegally between the ports of entry under the new Title VIII policy. The immigration law allows for deportation, including 5- and 10-year bans from the U.S. for those crossing illegally. It was used before the Trump-era border restrictions. Authorities never stopped using Title VIII, but now it will be the main authority when it comes to processing migrants. One of the main differences between the two policies is that Title VIII gives migrants more time to file asylum claims. The Texas National Guard set up miles-long barrier razor wires to prevent migrants from crossing illegally into El Paso, which also played a role in a decreased number of illegal crossings. And several migrants told NewsNation human smugglers also communicated to migrants that stricter asylum restrictions were coming after May 11th, creating a pre-surge ahead of the lifting of Title 42.
And then I decided, because the Title VIII, I decided to go to migration with my wife, because after the 11th of May, we can.
And right now, there are roughly 10,000 migrants in Juarez, Mexico. That's the Mexican border town across El Paso, who are stuck in limbo, and they fear crossing illegally now because they could face deportation and possible jail time. Migrants that want to come legally into the U.S. must do so by scheduling an asylum interview on the CBP One app. Natasha?
Okay, Jorge Ventura on the border for us. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.